So, are you giving out Budo on? Because if you are, I'd have a lots, please.
Yep. Now just having a look, actually, and I think there's 276 days when I've got the word train in the diary. That doesn't mean that everybody's trained for 276 days, but I think certain people were short of money for a start.
I remember when you stole all my money off me, Dave? All of it.
I did not steal all your money.
Your NPC did.
Well, yes, but if you will venture alone into the wilderness.
You got punished for that one, eh?
You blooming well did steal all his money. All his significant money, anyway.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Scoundrel.
Anyway, I believe we're in Nobioka.
Okay, you docked in Nobioka.
And the date is?
1 second.
With Utsuki.
Have I got it?
What number did you say, Oliver?
5th Utsuki, I believe it is.
6th. Definitely the 5th. It might possibly be the 6th. I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's the 5th, Nick. I'm quite.
You reached Nobioka on 5 Utsuki, yes.
5, yeah.
And everybody breathed a sigh of relief. The ship is not in the best of shape. There's some fresh paint in various places, but a lot of the rigging looks like it's going to have to be replaced. Things are seriously strained in that gale. But
it's still floating, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's still floats.
Indeed. So, the night of 5th Utsuki, you are spending with Wanshu on the docks. He is very pleased to see you again. And
we're pleased to be here, Wanshu. I mean, we almost got sunk.
And the rest.
He looks shocked and relieved that you weren't sunk, and insists you tell him or the tale of woes so that he can ease
Okay,
your.
we tell him we'll tell him a tale of howling gales and giant crocodiles. Okay.
I see, and that's when poor Kosa was injured. Yes.
Not exactly.
No.
Not exactly. Are we telling him the rest of the story, boys?
Yeah, we'll tell him the whole story because he's a nice chap. I mean, we know he works with the Yakuza, but he's a nice chap.
Yeah, and plus it was bad guys we were fighting with. It's not like we were out being the bad guys.
Oh, well, that's a matter of opinion, isn't it?
Their opinion was they were the good guys.
But they're scum.
You're a bunch of uppity peasants who kind of attacked them.
No, they're scumbags working with bad people.
Well, I'm not sure the Ashigaru that you attacked in the village were scum, but the people who attacked
They
us
attacked us.
earlier, they were scum.
Excuse me, Tim. The Ashigaru in the village attacked us. Thank you very much.
No, they just poked this uppity peasant to get him to go with the rest.
That is an assault.
Using the butt end of a spear.
Poked him with a spear, aye.
Yeah, the butt end. Yeah, get along, sort of thing.
Anyway, we will tell.
I have some Budo and Shugendo.
I say we will tell Wanshu the whole story and nothing but the story.
Okay. Well, he is saddened. He is relieved that you had those wounds healed by the priest, but saddened that Kosa, through no fault of his own, has been savaged and appears in a pitiful state.
Yeah, he needs his eye treated if he can.
And you are boosted by a certain amount of Budo and on that you gain. So, Kinzo, you gain 2.2 Budo and 7 on.
.2 and 7.
Correct.
Not 20. Not 22 and 70.
No.
Oh, I can multiply it by 100 if you want.
You can indeed. I'll just multiply the requirements by 1,000, and we'll work
Oh,
from there.
meanie. Okay.
Yanagi, 3.7 and 8. Kosa, 4.2 and 9.
Very nice.
Baka also gets 3.7 and 8.
Nice.
Kyūryū, you get 4.7 and 8.
Nice.
And Harumi, the same as Kinzo, 2.2 and 7. So I will add Harumi's to her sheet.
Could you do Yanagi's as well?
Will do. And Harumi has just made 2nd level.
Yeah, very nice.
Woo!
I'm ashamed to say I'm going to actually get a calculator out here. Just to be certain.
And Harumi has enough on to get to 3rd level, but not enough to get to kind of not enough Shugendo by a long way.
Hey, roll 1d3 and a d10 then. Hey.
Well, shall we wait until Brian comes back and let him roll it?
Yeah.
I will put the 2 in the level box, which will automatically update all the BCS numbers.
As long as you don't intend killing us today, that's fine.
He's always got eyes on killing us.
Are you expecting to get poisoned at the meal tomorrow night that Sunimura is inviting you to? I mean, that's the only thing on your schedule at the moment.
Yeah, no, I don't expect to get poisoned there unless the food's really appalling.
I'm sure that the head of the Dock Workers Guild would not subject you to such privation.
Put it this way, if he did, he wouldn't last much longer.
Okay. Very good. And let's see.
And only 11.55, no, 10.55 more Budo for level 3 for me. It's kinda starting to feel close now. Kinda. I don't want to get too excited.
You're getting into dangerous territory then.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, we'll have to see how your karma's looking, won't we?
Spotless, I'll have you know.
Pardon?
Spotless.
Really? You haven't got any stains on your spirit from...
Maybe some old ones that I try to
Positive
forget about. Yeah, maybe.
Okay. You do have a quiet evening, and Wanshu is suitably impressed with your exploits. He asks various questions about what's happening down in Miyazaki, most of which you can't answer. He will give you information on what's been happening up here over the last 2 weeks. The daimyo, the regent for the daimyo has been appointed by his widow. The daimyo is currently about 13 years old, being the son of the previous daimyo. So there is a her regent has been appointed by the widow, who is managing things with her advice. The regent was the Lord of Ohio Castle. 1 second while I pull up who that is, and then I can tell you precisely who it was. Yeah. and Ohaya. That was it. Kurosaki Tomo.
Hirosaki Tomo.
Kurosaki Tomo. He is cousin of the previous daimyo Kurosaki Kawa, and he was trusted by him, hence the reason why he was in charge of Ohio Castle. Anyway. Having been appointed, Kurosaki Tomo has taken command of the forces of Central Hyuga and launched an attack into the mountains to try and deal with the starts. Let me just move you to the general map of Kyūryū.
That's probably why the guys down south are mobilising then.
Yes. Nobioka is here, and your exploits in the rough terrain have been in this sort of area.
Miyazaki's about here, right?
Miyazaki is down there, yes. It's on the river there. And you had spotted one of the camps of the rebels on the fringe, in the foothills of the mountains down the spine of the island. And the information that was extracted from the Ashigaru that you captured indicated that there were other camps around the edge of the mountains. So Lord Kurosaki Tomo has taken his forces and launched an attack into the hills surrounding the mountains to try and take out the human element of the attack. Information that Wonshu's had from various contacts were that they were also going to try and take out some of the Lord of the Mountains forces. If you remember, you spotted an encampment in this area which had all the hallmarks of a well-organized, defensible position. So they are going to be dealing with that as well. He believes that the southern forces are going to be launching an attack on the outskirts of this mountain range on the basis it is likely to be there that there are more forces gathered, because that is the closest spot to the fertile area of Hyuga province. So, but this is the more dangerous because it's going through much more rough terrain, and therefore Tomo's taken this, and his second in command is heading into the hills at this point, and will then head north the fringes of the mountains to take out any camps there. If they happen to come across any more forces of the Lord of the Mountains, then they'll obviously deal with those at the same time. But the intention is to go for the human element and disrupt that. At least that is the talk around the town. It is also, given its wartime, and not actually involving battles between the provinces, it is also a good time for the merchants, because all those forces are going to need feeding, and getting the food to them in the mountains is going to be a job and a half. So he's pretty sure he can find you work escorting food caravans up to the daimyo's forces, if you're interested, that is. Yes?
I'm keeping quiet on me to see what anybody else says. I don't know how interesting that we are. I think we're going to stay around and do some training, or go somewhere to do some training.
Fair enough.
But that
He's
is
a bit disappointed. I mean, he obviously expects Kosa to be seeking healing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that is suitable work. I wouldn't be against doing that kind of work. It's just that Baka was talking with me earlier, and he feels a little underskilled and he wanted to spend some time training, and I'm always up for an opportunity. So if he was, and if other people were, then I would be. But if people want to get a job escorting food caravans up into the mountains to the daimyo's forces, I'm with that as well. I'm waiting to see what everybody else thinks.
The recent scraps I've got in have kind of shown me that there's some flaws in my training that I need to work on.
fair enough. Well, he's not sure how free some of the schools and temples, etc., will be, because obviously the daimyo is calling on them for additional help. But certainly, it's worth looking into.
I've almost mastered the Temiwaza. I ideally would like to find a Temiwazi master who can help me reach mastery. Like in game terms, 199, I think.
Ask Kosa.
Kosa won't be around.
Kosa's got missing eye.
Kosa is telling you the next day, after all the celebrations, that he's planning on retiring.
Oh no!
Oh.
Okay.
Are you going to be
the
returning to a school or kind of?
Yes, I have an idea what I'm doing. Yes. I'm going
Okay,
to
fine.
disappear to that school for the damaged Padoka.
Ah, yeah. The school of the one arm or whatever it was.
Yeah. One that's Battleground School, but we visited. They visited when it is.
I remember those guys.
Yep. 1 second, I will just move you back to the South Hyuga map, which has got it on. It's the Harvest of War School, if you remember.
That's right. But they had the academy like up by them that was making fun of them because it was called the something of the whole man.
The whole man. Yeah.
Sorry, can you just? Oh, there we are. Yep. Sorry, I was on the wrong map.
That's the one. That's the one.
Yep.
Okay. Righty ho. Anyway, so back to the main map of Kyūryū. So that is as far as he can make out what's happening with the armed forces. He believes that the North Hyuga have marshaled their forces, but are just taking defensive positions to stop any risk of Bungo province taking advantage of the situation. As far as he's aware, they're not being tasked with going into the mountains themselves. But in a time of danger, it's always as well to keep an eye on the enemy. Sorry, neighbours. South Hyuga, Asumi province is relatively poor and isn't reckoned to be a threat. Higo province is one of the richest provinces on the island, but given that the forces of southern and part of central Hyuga will be operating in this area, the risk of Higo coming across the border through the gaps in the mountain range are reckoned to be nil. Yeah. Messengers have been sent to Higo saying that there's no intention to go the other way and invade them, but I believe anything that deals with the Lord of the Mountains thoughts of taking over the island I generally reckon to be a good thing. Okay? So, let me return you back to the main map. You have, as I say, a pleasant evening with Wanshu. You do, in fact, find it interrupted. A messenger arrives late in the evening, just to deliver a message from Sanemori to say that he's invited you all to a meal at the Inn of the Willows tomorrow, and he will send he is sending round suitable attire for the visit. Okay. Anybody want to do anything else that evening, or are you just settling down for the night?
Resting. Yeah.
Rest.
Okay. The following morning dawns. I suppose I better tell you what the weather is. Everybody's suddenly acquired an interest in what the wind's doing these days. There is a moderate breeze from the north and clear skies. And given that you're planning on you're being taken to the Inn of the Willows, Wanshu suggests you just have a quiet day. There's a bathhouse that he can recommend that you go to clean yourselves up and relax before the meal.
Yeah.
And he can recommend their masseurs. Do you wish to avail yourself of this opportunity, or do you have other things you wish to do today? It is a lazy day. You can wander around the town. The town appears not empty, but there's a lot fewer people than normal. The town guard are working on a shoestring at the moment.
I would like Wanshu to make some inquiries about replacing my Tetsubo, please.
He can point you in the direction of one of the armourers who deals with that sort of thing.
Fantastic.
Right, I'm going to go to the Harvest Blessing Shrine and get a ritual of purification done on myself.
Very good. The priest will welcome you back to the Harvest Blessing Shrine. You are in good odour there. And your status has actually improved while you were away. The priest will say that the village of Shinshinotsu has actually got into sake production in a limited way, but the first batches of sake have been exceptionally good quality, and it is in high demand, and it is believed that it has, well, certainly the first few casks have mystical qualities, and given your connection with taking them to get involved, you can have another 2 points of status at the Harvest Blessing Shrine. Okay.
Thank you very much.
And
I should also give 5 silver to the Temple Roof Fund.
they are very grateful. Given your increased status, the ritual of purification will be free. And let us just... what, do you wish to roll a d20 for me?
No. Basically, as far as I'm aware, I'm not actually under any seat. I'm just doing it for, well, because I want.
Yes, true, but roll it just out of
the GM says roll, so you will roll. Decent.
Nothing untoward happens during the ritual, all right? But you get a feeling that all is well. Okay, so you visited there.
How far
Baka
away is the kami at the well? Because I kind of wanted to give thanks to that.
Shinshinotsu is there.
Alright, so I can't go up there in a day. If I've got to go to do something tonight, I suppose. I'll say that for later.
You can get up there in a day, but your
I mean,
your
get there
visit
and get
to
back.
the Willows
Yeah.
is to get there at dusk.
Yeah, I'll leave that.
For the meal.
I'll say that for now, but I want to make a
And-
point of going up to Shinshinotsu.
Okay. Mid-morning, a messenger comes round carrying some clothing, and this is basically very good quality town peasant garb. Okay. And there is a suit for each of you.
Nice.
Thank you.
And if you wish, Wanshu will give you directions to the bathhouse.
Yeah, I think getting cleaned up's a good idea, actually.
You've been purified, if you wish, Kinzo. Ritually. That does include a ceremonial bath, so you're okay.
Well, no, I'll go to the bathhouse anyway, just to stay with the guys.
Can you add
Okay.
another line on my inventory, Dave, so that I can add this clothing?
Certainly.
Thank you.
1 second. One second while I just copy that and paste special formulas and then get rid of that. So you had peasant garb and so effectively you have peasant garb and it's very good quality. Okay. And
Is that in the drop-down menu now?
Yeah, peasant
Sorry?
garb's in the drop-down menu.
peasant garb's in the
Right.
drop-down menu.
just put in the
put a
notes.
note in the player notes that it's very good quality.
Okay, cool.
And Wanshu will explain that is because the Inn of the Willows is a very high-class establishment.
Do you mean it's where all the nobles go?
Well, nobles go, but also anybody who wishes to be anybody goes there.
Oh, I see. It's where the posers go. Right.
No, it's
Yes, it is.
it's been there for a long time. It has a lot of history, and
In that case, it should be burnt down and replaced by another.
he looks shocked. How can you think such a thing?
Oh, quite easily. Quite easily.
But it's part of our culture, our heritage.
Well,
Question,
it might be
Dave.
yours, but it's not mine. I don't come from Nobioka, do I? I come from some village in the arse end of nowhere.
Well, you come from this island, surely. It is one of the.
Yeah, but
noted
it's well known that this island is the pits, isn't it? It's the arse end of nowhere. If you want to be anybody, you used to be on Honshu.
This is an example of how cultured we can be if we put our minds to it, Kinzo.
Oh,
You
I
don't,
see.
you don't believe the rubbish they talk over on the mainland, do you?
I don't know. I've never been to the mainland, so I wouldn't know how good it was.
Well, they look down on us as being rough and country folk, and
Well, they'd be fairly right then, wouldn't
no, we're tough because of what we have to put up with people like the Lord of the Mountains and daimyos like Kurosaki Kawa. And, oh, blessed be his memory, he says, looking round hastily.
I see. Yeah, I've got your number, mate. I got your number.
Well,
Anyway, I'm
no-
not paying for it, so I shall be on my best behaviour. Don't worry.
okay,
I won't embarrass you.
jolly good. All right, your visit to the bathhouse is actually paid for
Oh, okay.
as well. So
well,
yes.
As we're going there, I shall inform the group that Shin Shinotsu is now producing sake, and apparently the first few batches are extra special.
Oh, I'd love to hear it. Love to hear it.
Just like that blessing you had.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm going to make a point as soon as I can. After we've fulfilled our obligation tonight, I'm going to make a point of going up to see the Kami of the Well and saying thanks.
Oh, yeah, well, I think that's not a bad idea. No, not so much to see the Kami well, but to see the
And to see the people
brewing
who should
process.
soon. Yeah, see the process.
Yeah,
Taste their sake, hopefully. I like sake.
and of course, as I say as an aside, it gets us out of porter duty.
True.
Very good.
Dave,
Okay,
by the way, any chance you can now tidy up this bit of my character sheet? I don't know what's happened over here. I think it's because you made the extra lines. No, you don't have to do it right now, but just
Right,
Which
shouldn't have any
bits?
effect.
you know, see over here, in my fine art section, there's these two weird wonky lines. It's where you've added the two lines on the right hand side. On the left, it's
Oh, flip.
you see it.
Looks like hang on. Looks like I put lines in rather than. Yes, I did.
You need to
Rather
merge
than
the cells.
just
That's
putting
all.
in the cells. Hang on a second. Let me just undo that.
There you go, lovely.
And let's just do this here. Insert cells above, and then I shall just and get rid of that.
Thank you. Sorry, I sort of hold the game up, but that would have drove me crazy.
Okie doke.
Thank
So if you
you,
just
sorry
finish
about
off
that.
that. Apologies for the slight delay there.
Yeah, apologies, folks.
No,
That
I
would have
just
drove me
picked
mental.
it up. I inserted rows rather than inserting cells. Mea culpa.
All good now,
Very
thank you.
good. So, late afternoon, a messenger arrives back at One Shoe's place to collect you and take you to the Inn of the Willows. I presume everybody is happy to go?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Okay. You check each other to make sure that you are
Well,
properly
while
dressed.
Kinzo
etc.
might diss the Inn of the Willows, it's a free meal, so yeah.
It's nice to see that the peasant standards are being maintained.
But of course.
Okay. You are led to the gates of the inn. It is a beautiful place, and as expected, there are, in fact, willow trees planted all over the place. You're met at the entrance by one of the ladies who serves there, one of the geisha. and your messenger informs her that you are there as part of the party of Sanemori. She welcomes you and leads you along the path towards one of the outer houses. And the weather is lovely, the sky's clear, lanterns in the trees. It's a beautiful sight, and the you get a feeling of peace and comfort, and you can try and make a will saving throw to not be impressed if you want, Kinzo, but it is very impressive.
Oh no, I'm impressed. Are the willow trees out in bloom?
In Utsuki, I can't remember whether they are in bloom in Utsuki. Anybody else know? I think you're into summer, so I think I don't think the initial bloom is there, but I believe that they are. Yeah.
Yeah, we're past it.
Yes. So the blossoms and the flowers of spring have gone, but the willows themselves appear to be groomed, and they have an aura of wildness, but it's a very carefully maintained aura, if you know what I mean. Sanemori
A bit like bonsai.
Well, the whole place is obviously looked after very carefully, and Sanemori will rise when you are led in and greet you all, as does Haruari. They welcome you to the inn, and
Bow as befits our home.
And initial round of sake will be served, and discussion will be held on various topics, none of which are sensitive. Part of your meal is delivered, part is actually cooked in front of you. The chef will kind of demonstrate his skills, and you have a wonderful evening. During part of the session, once the chef has retired, Sanemori will thank you for your assistance in the unfortunate events just past, and give his regrets that Kosa has suffered such an injury while assisting them in their mission. And he will give each of you 5 koku, 5 gold.
Oh,
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I will add that
Sanemori-san.
to Harumi's and Yanagi's sheet.
Most generous.
Most generous. Indeed.
And discussions will be had about the recent events, and he will confirm some of the information that Wanshu's been talking, that the Lord Daimyo has taken his troops in to deal with the Lord of the Mountains forces. And while he cannot offer anything immediately useful to you in terms of work, he trusts that there would be no problems with you coming under his employ in some future effort.
A huge grin comes across Baka's face. Sanemori-san, yes. Hi.
He bows politely. He also asks Kosa to visit the. Let me just check and see. That's the one. The Temple of the Dragon at Peace in town. He has asked one of the priests to see if there's anything he can do for his eye.
Okay.
Okay. You do have a pleasant evening. If anybody wishes to overindulge in the sake, they can if they wish. But
Yeah, in this environment, I can't see me not.
okay. In that case, can I have a health saving throw from you?
It will be noticed that I don't drink very much at all.
You waiting for the good stuff?
I'll not be drinking much at all either. Just because of the company we're in and the place we're in, I'm not going to get mad with it.
It's only a fail by 1.
Fair enough. In that case, can I have a will saving throw from you? You have got slightly tipsy. The question is whether you can control it.
That is a fail by 4. This is sounding about right.
Okay. Fair enough. So Baka gets somewhat tipsy and does make a slight fool of himself, but apart from that, a pleasant evening is had by all. You may have to assist Baka in leaving as he's reeling slightly.
I know you didn't ask for it, but this is my wit save to see if I even notice. No shame.
Okay. In that case, after a very pleasant evening, you leave the Inn of the Willows, and as you walk back down the path and through the gate, you reflect on where you've been, and you each gain 3 on for the visit. Apart from Baka, who only gains 1 on the visit, having slightly disgraced himself. But not too much.
Is that on from actions?
On from actions, yes.
What did you say, 4?
I believe I said 3.
Didn't they say 4?
I can make it 2 if you like.
No, never mind. I thought you said.
Fairly certain, Oliver. He said 4 for you and 10 for me. Yeah.
Very good. Okay, and you return to Wonshu's shed, and it does appear. Pardon?
Did we get any status with the rats? He says, hopefully.
As far as that is concerned, you weren't actually working for the rat gang officially. You were working for Sanemori. Okay?
Okay.
However, Baka, you can have another 2 status with the rats.
You mean my first 2 status?
Yes.
I've got earned status with them.
I think you all got way more earned status than I have.
Yeah, I've got 10.
Yes, well, you have done stuff that's specifically for them. This was more bodyguard duties and not specifically for them at the time. You were working for the Dock Workers Guild.
I mean, we've done.
I can give you status in the Dock Workers Guild if you want.
It all started with exercising a ghost, if I remember correctly.
That, well, eventually exorcising a ghost. Jumping into the middle
Someone
of
that's
it
got
and running away, I seem to remember certain people did. Oh yes, of course, that's one of the other things you're trying not to remember, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, One Shoe's hut
You're being
does
cruel,
seem...
Dave.
I
You're
was
being
very
cruel.
fresh and
Stop.
green back then, yeah.
One Shoe's hut does seem rather dingy and poor condition after where you just spent the evening, but it's got that patina of well-loved use, and you've many fond memories of licking your wounds here. Okay, so the following
Hang
so
on,
that
because I
sorry.
think Nick said that after the celebrations, that's when he was going to tell us that he was planning on retiring. So this would be the moment he would tell us, wouldn't it, Nick?
And I told you then, I said I was retiring.
Ah, right,
after the
okay. I
celebration.
thought you were saying you were waiting until after the celebration to do it.
No.
All right, okay.
I was retiring after the celebrations to actually retire.
Okay.
I'll be sad to stop, for you to not continue the adventure with us. We've been together a long time now, Kosa. Been about 1.5 years, isn't it? I think it's more. It's a long time anyway.
I think for you guys, it's nearly 3 years because I joined after you've been working together for 2.
Are we over 2?
And they
Yeah.
were- No, 2.5 years you've been working together.
Oh yeah, it's a long time. We're young men, so it's a big percentage of our lives. So I'm a little saddened by it, but obviously the man's had a career-ending injury. It's going to end his career, I guess. Makes sense. But yeah, after a couple of drinks and talking about it, Kyūryū's just a little bit sentimental. I'll not say upset and emotional, but sentimental, let's say.
Well, we'll see what these people at the temple have got to say.
Okay.
Would you wish us to accompany you when you do go there?
No, there's no need to.
Yeah, we'd be happy to, of course.
Well, you're not having any choice.
Very good. You
I should be accompanying you whether you like it or not.
Okay, I'm going to stop you if you really want to.
Yeah, I agree with Kinzo.
The following day dawns. It's kind of dark clouds above. The breeze has switched to the south, but it's just a gentle breeze, not major. And you wait. And what do you wish to do today?
Frog March, Kosa to the Temple of the Dragon.
Yeah, I'm going
Yeah.
to the temple of the dragon at
Yep.
peace.
I'll be accompanying you.
Jolly good.
I will hopefully be accompanying you. How's my hangover?
You do not actually have a hangover. You got tipsy. You didn't get falling down drunk.
We wouldn't have allowed
Good.
that. We wouldn't have allowed you to get that wasted in that place.
I'm sorry, you're going to argue with him. Have you seen the size of those muscles?
Yeah. Have you seen the size of his brain?
Carefully, it hurts just as hard when I hit you with my brain.
I bet it does. You'd never catch me, mate.
Right. So, you visit the Temple of the Dragon at Peace. And
This is a Buddhist temple, isn't
this is a Buddhist temple.
it? In that case, I shall wait outside.
Since it's called a temple, I assume it's Buddhist, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, shrine is.
Well, just gotta make
Shinto,
sure.
yeah.
You never know. Could be
Shrine is
some other
Shinto
foreign.
temple's Buddhist, is that
Oh,
right?
yeah, could be masquerading, I suppose.
Yeah.
You are taken to see Chikaku, who is the respected healer at the temple, who will welcome you to the temple, take a good look at your problems,
Mhm.
and let's see what he can do about them.
I think Chiatu was the one that taught me katakana, so I will gratefully greet them again.
I believe that might have been Shoku.
Oh, okay. Let me write that down.
In that the last teaching that I had Shoku do was katakana, and Chikaku so far hasn't done any teaching for anybody. He's not been available to teach when you've gone there. That's probably
because he's too busy healing people.
Exactly. So, he needs to try healing you with his karma yoga.
Okay.
Fair enough. Righty-do. So,
Take it. There's no chance of it making it worse.
well, he's actually going to use a scroll that the temple has.
Right.
So he will first of all attempt to use the scroll. Successfully. He will then attempt to use his karma yoga. And let's just double check that. So the penalty is equal to the current critical damage affecting that area. How much critical damage have you taken?
A lot of critical damage has all been healed, actually. It was healed.
Sorry, my apologies. So
I've no damage at the moment, just blind.
Right.
I seem to remember you rolled a health save and you failed by 2 points.
Yeah, but because of the time delay, the critical damage is all healed.
True, yeah. So he's going to have to look and see whether or not he can actually get your eyesight back. And that is going to require him to attempt to invoke the Buddhas. Okay. He will first of all get one of the priests to purify you, which will take most of the day. Then he will attempt to improve his chance by performing a secret dance. Let me just confirm his skill in that. Okay, so as far as his sacred dance is concerned, from memory, Tim, that depends on his health, doesn't it, for how long he can do it?
He takes, I think it's a D6 subdual every hour he does.
Yeah, I think sounds about right. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's against his hit points, not his health.
Okay, so first hour.
Oh, he's really going for it.
Second hour. He's doing 3 hours of this. Third hour. Oh, he does. He's okay. He's okay. Honestly,
He is
he's okay.
busting his ass to try and help you, Kosa.
Right. So, for every hour, roll his BCS and add the effect number over 5. So effectively 3d20. Oh, so for the first one, that was a critical. And for the second one, that was also a critical. He does not actually do the third hour of dancing. He then attempts to invoke the Buddha.
Yes.
You are seated in, you are kneeling in front of the Buddha as he dances around you and calls on the Buddha to heal you. And can I have a will saving throw from you, please, Kosa?
Yep. 11 doesn't sound like it's going to make it.
Okay.
No.
Can I have a wit saving from you, Kosa?
That's going to be tough as well. Yep.
Oh, unlucky.
Kosa kind of leaps to his feet and then faints and collapses to the ground. And the priest stops dancing and rushes over to you. And turns you onto your back. And Kosa, your hair has gone white, but your eye is healed.
Okay.
The priest eventually brings you round, and what shook you was that the statue of the Buddha reached out and pushed its finger into your eye, and the shock of that has caused your hair to turn white. But the Buddha has healed you. The priest is overjoyed, and the temple bell is rung, and the faithful are gathered, and hymns of praise are sung to the Buddha, thanking him for his mercy in healing you.
Yes. I will,
You
I'll
now
take
have a
patience.
very,
Thank you.
you have a very, very definite, unusual appearance.
Yes.
Yeah, does he have a big scar as well?
Oh, no. The eye is perfectly healed.
No.
It's
Just
the
the
hair
hair.
which is white, which is the unusual appearance.
I take it white hair is not very common even amongst elderly
Oh,
people.
no. As you get older, your hair tends to go grey. It's only the very ancient where the grey turns to white. You are in the prime of your life, but your hair is totally white.
Now,
I will thank the priest and
I might make myself sound stupid here, but Caucasian people, European people, we do go grey in when we're 17, 18, 19 sometimes. Both my stepfather and stepbrother have been grey since they were 17. Does that not happen to Asian people?
In Nippon, you tend to, as people get older, they tend to go grey, but the white does not tend to come in until they are very old.
Okay.
Okay.
I know there are what's the word? Differences between people from different continents. Like Asian people are more lactose intolerant because of the different diet for generations. So I was just wondering if that was the same with the hair.
I'm not saying that is the case in current Japan. I'm saying that is the case in this particular campaign.
Yeah. Okay.
White hair is normally a sign of extreme age and is normally used. If you see a white-haired person, the fact they've survived that long normally means that either they've had a very easy life, or that they are skilled, or they have somehow survived that long.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody with white hair is unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the white-haired little old man you meet on the road, watch out for them. Anyway, okay. everybody who was in the temple can have a point of on. Kosa, you gain 3 points of on. I'm afraid, Kinzo, you were outside, and there's obviously something happening because the bell's ringing and you can hear chanting and all sorts of stuff inside. But you don't find out until the party
Oh, that's
escort
fine. That's fine. It's fine. He's
a fully healed Kosa out of the temple.
Now,
not,
Kyūryū's...
where'd you get the old man? Oh, it's you, Kosa. Didn't recognise you.
Now, Kyūryū's got a glimmer of
Apparently
hope that Kosa's
that was
not retiring.
That was a
now,
side
maybe.
effect, apparently.
Well, it was the shock of you seeing the Buddha push his finger into your eye.
Does this mean you're going to rethink your decision to retire?
Yeah, no, that's what I want to know.
Let me think on it.
I hope so.
Okay.
If you feel like doing anything stupid, come and tell me first.
Yeah.
You return to One Shoe's shack.
And Harumi and Yanagi and One Shoe are shocked.
Yeah.
They are indeed. What's happened?
It's the miracle. The Buddha's granted him a miracle. The man can see again.
Yep, the Buddha has apparently, in his wisdom, has decided to give me my sack back.
Buddha decided that Kosa's not retiring. Kosa is needed by us, and the Buddha did not want him to retire. So his fate's been chosen by powers above him.
That's not a
Okay.
very nice thought, that's not.
Well, none of the rest of you saw the statue move. It was only Kosa who saw it move. But when he are you describing what you saw, Kosa?
No.
No. Okay. All you saw was him kind of leaping to his feet and then collapsing in a faint, and his hair suddenly turned white. Okay. Very good. Okay. So the following day.
Is this sort of thing going to happen on a regular basis?
I hope not. Anyway, I will make a donation to the temple when I recover from the shock.
Okay. Well, it is definitely shock. You are roused, and you all the after effects of an adrenaline rush, etc.
Yes, it might be.
Do either Kyūryū or Baka tell me what happened about that he jumped up and fell over?
Yeah, we would say that. It's the priest laid hands
Okay,
on
that's
him,
fine. That's...
and then he just like had a jolt, like something, some power had hit him. Because we never saw the statue move, we just saw him go and react to nothing. So obviously, I think this is the Buddha, and working in his own way. I believe in the miracle.
I suggest that we keep a close eye on him in case something like this happens again.
Well,
Baka's been unusually quiet. Baka's been unusually quiet all this time and has kind of taken himself off and has been deep in thought for most of the day since he's seen what he's seen.
Okay. One shoe will once he gets the story and he sees how Kosa is, he'll quietly take him off to one side and say he does have contacts with the geisha. If Kosa wishes to, he can point him at somebody who could help him with hair dye.
No, got this. I should live with it.
I like the look. I like it, mate.
That does make you stand out rather, and
I know. Is it? If you were to wear some kind of headgear, would that make you stand out even more?
well, If you could wear a straw hat during good weather, but that's normally just done to keep the sun off if you're doing manual labour in the field, sort of thing. And some people shave their heads, he says.
That's what I was just thinking myself.
Well,
We'll leave that for the moment.
I think you should rock
Very
it. I like it.
very good.
When I do get over the shock and everything, I will go back to the temple and make a donation.
Okay. Oh, they are very pleased to see you. You may add 5 to your status at the Temple of the Dragon. You are well known there. The Buddhas have vouchsafed you healing.
You're sinking in the brown stuff, I tell you.
And I've got to add another row. I've got too many status rows.
I can add one for you if you want. If
Yeah,
you're happy
just
to
add
do it
another row.
yourself.
I need
Oh,
one.
you could-
I need one as well. So if somebody who knows how to do it wants to do it, I've already put the numbers
Okey-doke.
in, but you can see it on mine. I've got Shinguru Village. Run out of spaces.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll also go and check on Baka to make sure he's not
choke-
gone and done anything.
or choked on his own vomit or something.
Are you alright?
It's interesting, Kinzo, that it's you that comes to speak to me about this. I know your feelings on the Buddhas, but
Yeah, well, you see, the point is that I've had, well, not quite the same, but I've had similar experiences, so I know what it.
How much did you say, Dave?
You can have 5 status there.
5 was it? Sorry.
And it's a
finding it
multiplier of 0.5.
Actually, I did.
I'm finding it harder and harder to deny the power of the Buddhas, and I'm seriously having to contemplate the thought of dedicating my life to them.
That is not something that you should undertake lightly.
Hence my deep thought.
Yes, so I will go back to the temple and I will drop 10 gold into the pot.
Oh wow.
They are deeply grateful, and thank you greatly. And you can add another 5 status.
Well, anyway, Baka, if you want to talk about it, you know where to find me. Well, I shall then turn around and walk off and leave him to.
He'll put his hand up as if he was going to say, "I appreciate," and just then quietly go back to his.
Oh yeah, I'll bow politely to him, no? Which I don't normally do.
It's all right, because Baka's always bowing too low to realise you're doing it.
Hmm.
And what about you, Kyūryū?
What about me?
Well, are you having any religious epiphany?
I mean, it's hard to deny the presence of the Buddha and the kamis. I don't want it to be too.
I shall take that as a no at the moment.
I don't want to be too tied to one side or the other. I kind of feel the spiritual benefits of both, and I don't want to.
You
Yeah,
don't
no,
have to
there's
choose
a-
one.
I'm
You don't have to
fencing.
choose one or the other. You can cover both as it was. They're not opposite.
As characters, do we know about the fusion of the two religions into?
Oh yes, I mean everybody recognises that the kami exist. Everybody recognises that the Buddhas have powers. Some, the Nipponese are pragmatic. they will go with what works.
Yeah.
So, if it's a case of dealing with ghosts and kami, you'd seek a Shinto priest. If it's birth and death, you would go or healing, you'd go and see a Buddhist. And
No,
you just
hold on. In that case, Kinzo will suggest to Kyūryū that he seeks out a practitioner of both religions and talk to him about it, or her.
I don't know if I need to have a theological discussion with anyone. I'm just kind of working out my own belief system.
Oh, well, no,
and-
that's fine. No, but if you should, then that might be
Yeah.
the way to.
Yeah, no, I take your advice, but I don't think I need a theological debate at the moment. At the moment, I'm just taking it all in and kind of letting my beliefs form themselves from what I see and what I experience.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
And some people dedicate their lives to one branch or the other. They become pious Buddhists or pious Shintoists. And obviously, if you are a priest, then you choose your path at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Those who follow the way of Ryobu Shinto, which is merging the two faiths together and saying that effectively it is one faith but it manifests in different ways, are a much more limited group. Most people just accept that the Buddhas exist and affect Nippon, and that the kami exist, and they just pay respects to whichever one is appropriate at the time. So when there's a Shinto festival, most people will celebrate it. When there's a Buddhist temple, most people will celebrate it. They won't do it to the extent that a pious member of that particular religion would, but they give it the relevant amount of attention and just take it forward in their daily lives. Okay. So you have returned to Wonshu's shack, and Kosa is going to have a think about what he's going to do. What are the rest of you planning on doing?
I want to go to Shinsenotsu. Am I
Can
saying
I
the
have
name
an out
correctly?
of character a minute here or here, and ask Nick, were you planning on retiring from the game completely, or just changing a character because your character was injured, or what? I mean, have you come to any decisions at all, or are you just still thinking about it, Nick?
No, I was going to retire him because he was crippled, but now he's not. He'll carry on. However, I'm going to suggest various reasons that the party choose another leader, but I'll still be involved. Yeah.
Yeah, certainly. Okay. Well, I mean, if you wish to nominate Baka as leader, then I'm sure the rest of the party will go with your suggestion.
You were never planning on leaving the game, were you, Nick? You were going to do a new character, eh?
I'm going to leave the game. No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether you had some reason you might have to leave, but anyway.
No, I wasn't leaving.
I'm
It never
glad
tended
to
to
hear
leave
you're
the game.
staying. Okay, in that case, do you wish to pass that information to the group that you're stepping back from authority, or what?
Yeah, I will. When everyone's together, I will get them together and say that I think in recent times we have had a run of bad luck, and I think that may be down to me. So I'm suggesting that we choose another leader. Might have more luck under a new leader.
Kyūryū looks at Kinzo expectantly, waiting for him to step forward.
I don't look like I'm going to. Actually, I look at Harumi.
Harumi looked shocked that you would consider her for leadership. The highest status member of the party is it's currently Yanagi or Kyūryū.
Yeah, now I would want Kyūryū would want Unagi to take on the role, but Kyūryū's player makes it to every session and Unagi's only makes it to half the sessions, so I might be being volunteered to be the new leader, I think.
As characters, we know the rough pecking order.
There's no shame in me taking a leadership role and still using your guys' counsel every time a real decision needs to be made. But yeah,
No.
There's no shame in that. I'm happy to.
Kosa was when you initially started. Kosa was the highest status member of the group, but you've been together so long now that you now know what your relative global statuses are.
Mm-hmm.
And Kosa, Kyūryū, and Yanagi, as Budoka, have global statuses of 20. Kinzo's global status is currently just 10.
So it's me or Yanagi.
Yep.
I'll do it. I'll take over.
Harumi's highest global status is only 10 as well, and that's from being a member of the Art of Go school.
Kyūryū,
as a Shugenja.
Kyūryū will think about it for a while,
Right.
and then he's going to come to a reasoning within himself that he's got some past mistakes he'd like to maybe redeem himself for by being a wise and brave leader.
Right.
And maybe
As
this
a
is his
player,
chance for some redemption.
Right, as a player, I would like my leader to be here for most of the sessions.
Yeah.
In which case,
Yep.
Oliver gets elected.
Yeah.
Yes, if Nick is withdrawing from the leadership role, then you're right. I think Oliver is probably the best person, and that does actually match with the global statuses.
Matches the global status, and I feel like Kyūryū's would see it as an opportunity for redemption for some of his maybe mistakes he'd made when he was young and green.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
now,
fine.
now that he feels he is a bit more wise and world wise, and that maybe this is his chance to make up for that and to be a positive force in the world and to lead these men. And I know that I'm courageous.
The only thing I'd say, Kyūryū, is there are times when it's worth asking everybody else's opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I'm
particularly important decision.
Yeah, I know that I'm
as-
brave enough. I worry that I'm going to be wise enough. I know that I'm brave enough, and I just worry that I'm not going to be wise enough. But I'd still have the counsel of my friends.
You'll be able to grow into that role.
Yeah.
I believe Yanagi's actually of merchant stock.
I think he is, yeah.
Yanagi
Yes,
is
yep.
of merchant stock, yes.
So does that make
In
him?
which case, he's cancelled out because he's of merchant stock, which is a lower status than farmer or artisan.
Oh, is it lower than
Yeah.
farmer?
Yeah, merchants.
Oh, yeah. Merchants are just above the real scum, which are Etta,
Eta.
and they can't help it because they're Etta.
They,
But merchants
they-
are scum because they handle money all the time.
All right. Okay.
but-
And then the farmers are one above them.
Farmers are important.
Well,
because they
farmers
grow
just
food.
become just below Roni.
Thing is,
Yeah,
that
most
status
important.
to me, we're all together a few years now, and that part of the status doesn't matter to me. It's about who's wise and who's brave enough. And I feel like,
But unfortunately, it does matter to those people outside of the group.
yeah,
Outside the group, it does, yes.
yeah, I suppose it does. Yeah.
Personal status, he comes from a high-ranking merchant family, so his personal status is quite high, and it's the personal status which drives your global status as a Budoka. Good
news, Kyūryū. It's you that gets poked with the butt end of Yari from now on.
Great. No, I will do my best to lead you as brave and as wise as I can, my friends.
Right. As for the 7th of Utsuki, I'm going to go and see if there's anybody doing a Temiwaza training.
Oh yeah.
Righty-ho.
How long are we planning on staying around? Are we planning on taking a break, or are we looking for work, or what we're doing?
Well, if I can get some Temiwaza training, I shall be here for a month.
I'm going to Shinsenotsu.
I've got. Yeah, I've got some money in my pocket. There's war on the horizon. I've seen that I'm not up to fighting to the standard yet. Yeah, I think getting some personal.
Are you staying in town, Kinzo?
If I can get the Temiwaza training, then yes.
Yeah, well, I'll come with you if you don't mind.
Okay, let us have a look and see what is available in the third week.
Hold
of
on,
the
Nick,
city.
is Kosa coming with me, or is he going with Kyūryū?
I'm going with you.
Okay, fine, that's fine.
I don't need a Temiwaza training, but I need to find an institution where I can train at.
I'm also looking for a Temiwaza training, so I'll go and check out what's available before deciding if I'm going to go to Shinsenotsu today.
Well, the point is, you'll have 2 or 3 days, won't you? Because it's the 7th, and then
Yeah,
training
yeah.
won't start till the 1st of next week, till the 11th.
So if
got
you
enough time to get there.
if you're both going looking for if you're going looking for a Temiwaza training, then I might as well go with you now, because that's what the training I'm going to be looking for anyway. So, but I need a master
Okay.
because I'm at 99. I need Kosa to teach me.
Let us see what training is planned
98
for
I'm
next
on.
week.
98.
Actually, thinking about it, I'm not sure that Kosa can train you, but never mind.
I'm on 98. Does this need to be a certain amount above me to train me?
I'm above you.
It's
You
my
can
fetch.
theoretically teach you. And I might be busy
You're not
myself.
Sorry, but if you're not in a gym, are you not able to train yourself that last 1%? Seeing as you've got a learning rate of 3 or 4, because you can do some self-learning, can't you?
My learning rate is 2.
And you've only got to get 1 point. So if
Yeah.
you're in a suitable location, then your natural learning rate will take you over 1 turn.
Do you not need?
Is that?
Do you not need somebody that's higher level than you to train you? No.
Don't need.
No, if you train yourself, you're at a hindrance.
Oh, so I can
Automatically.
still train myself. Okay.
Plus the fact you're over 60, so that's 2. So you'll
That's a
get
quarter.
less than 1%.
You get a quarter.
Okay. Well,
All right.
I'll go look with Kinzo and see what he stumbles across first.
Right, let me just update this.
Well, I shall start at the Moving Wave School. So that's the martial arts school I attend normally.
Yeah, that's good.
Are we still on the 7th? Yeah. This is the same day as the miracle.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been to the moving wave before, haven't we?
Yeah.
How much status have you got there, Kinzo? Just in case we need to use it.
I've got. What is it? The global status?
Not very.
I've got 6.
No, I haven't got very much either.
I'm slightly better than Oliver's character, but not by much.
Okay, you're both better than me then.
Well, that's
That's
because
the
your home school is House on the Rock, isn't it?
That's on the rock I've done most of my training at, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need to, I'm not looking for training at the moving wave, I just want to use their facilities.
Righty-ho. Sorry, I'm just updating my little spreadsheet because I didn't keep track of it.
That's because we've been gaming for over 2 game years, you see, and you've run out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
What session number is this? 44?
44. Yeah.
44, yeah.
So that's about two game weeks per session then.
Yeah.
Well, we did take a whole winter out at one point training.
Yes.
Oh yes, but I say you look at it overall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so at the present moment, what's planned on being taught next week, if you're interested in the temples, obviously Butsudo's being taught.
No, just do the martial arts school for now.
Okay, the moving wave school, there's Harumi Jutsu, Karma Jutsu, and Jojutsu being taught. The Art of Go School, Meditation, Chinese Classics, Hiragana, and Herbalist. No?
Remind me what Kurumi Jutsu is. Is that the leap in?
Heroic Leap.
Heroic leap in, yeah.
Let me just check the moving wave school. So that is 83. So 3 of the masters are free. You can also try getting one of the teachers to add a Temiwaza to their class if you wish.
We'll try to get somebody to teach us a Temiwaza.
Yeah. If not, I'm happy with Kurumi Jutsu. I like a wee heroic leap now and again.
Well, if you're prepared to do that, then I'll go and train meditation instead.
Oh no, I'd still rather have a Temiwasa, so I'm happy to chip in some money
Okay,
to
well,
try and convince someone.
let's try and persuade somebody to
Yeah.
teach us some Temiwaza.
And then if we fail, I'll do Kurumi Jutsu.
Okay. Let me just pick this up.
Chuck them a couple of silver each then, when we find somebody.
I don't want the training, Dave. I just want to use the facilities. I'll go in with these guys.
That's not a problem. Okay, so you're trying to get the teacher to teach you a Temiwaza. Okay, is it worth it? Let me first of all let's see who the teachers are this week. So at the present moment, this is next week actually, because it would be the second week in Otsuki. And looking at that, the people who are teaching classes, let's just hide that little lot. Temiwaza. Oh, you're in luck. Ogawa is teaching a class, and he is a master of a Temiwaza. So if you can get him to teach you. So, persuade him to teach you. You need to demonstrate that it's worth his while to do so. And you need to make your status BCS.
Yeah.
So,
but we can improve this with 1 silver. By one on the roll
yes.
per silver,
Yes, to 12 silver, 2d6 of those. I'll roll to see how many of those silver taken into account. So, because he's already teaching, it's +5. +2 because both of you want to learn Temiwaza, yes. So that's +7. Plus, however much you wish to give as a gift.
What do we want to do? Money?
You might as well go up to the maximum.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to chuck 6.
I'll chuck 6 in as well then.
Okay,
Yeah, well.
that's in that case. Roll 2d6, please, and let us see how many of those count towards your score.
I'll let someone else get that. I'm not feeling lucky.
plus 7.
Right in the
So
middle.
that's effectively plus 14. And who has the highest status at the Moving Wave School?
I think Kinzo does, doesn't he? Outside of it.
So I've got 6.
My base score's 3.
What's
Global
your
status.
group status? What's your group status at the Moving Wave School, Kyūryū?
Group status. 22.
Yes, it's your group status.
The
And
group
then divide
status
by
is
5 is
17.
BCS.
Yeah,
So
my
Yeah.
global BCS is 3.
my group
No,
status is 22.
Your group status is what affects the school. Your global status is out in the greater country as to how you relate to other people. But as
In that
for your
case,
status,
in that case,
you
it's
take your group
17.
status. Okay, so yours is 17. What's yours, Kyūryū?
22.
Okay, so your BCS is 4 as opposed to 3 for Kinzo. So therefore, you need to make a 4 as your BCS. You have plus 14, so effectively your status BCS is 18
You make
for
an
this
18 or
roll.
less
You need
with
to
a
roll. You need to roll an 18 or less.
Shall I get that?
Make that roll.
I'll get this one.
You have to,
Yeah.
because you're the one who's
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah, okay. Come on, don't roll a 19 or a 20. Here we go.
No,
He is quite happy to teach you Atemiwaza.
Excellent.
Nice.
just for a month, yeah. You're doing a month, aren't you?
Well, that's for the next week. Let's see what he's doing after that.
Right, I'd like a week, a month if I can.
He can certainly teach the next 2. You would have to try and convince him to because the following week was going to be free. Hang on, no, that's 3 weeks in the future. Therefore, yes, you can get him to teach you for a full month.
Nice.
Thank you.
We will accept.
Okie doke. So, Atemiwaza, his level is greater than you. It is a bonus for both of you, correct? And they have a Torimono in Katakana to 88. What are your scores?
98. The permanent
Okay.
or the effective?
Yes.
Permanent, 98.
No, 98. The Torimono is not usable by you. Kinzo, what's your...
At the moment, 77 and...
Okay, so the Torimono is usable by you. So, if we do this in order, then for the first week, let's see, so Kinzo and Kyūryū, Atemiwaza. So for the first week, Kyūryū would normally get a bonus of 5 on top of his learning rate,
7.
and that is halved. So that would get you up to 99, correct?
So 7 halved is 3.5.
Sorry, my apologies. You'd get 4 plus your learning rate, which is
6 halved is 3.
6 halved is 3. Your current score is what?
98.
In that case, you get to 99.
Hey.
And
This
you
is not
top
yet
out.
though.
You
We're still,
have-
we're just talking about it because we're only on the 7th of Atsuki just now.
Yes.
So this is going to happen.
Okay. Fine. We can sort that
if
out.
we do the numbers now, that'd be.
Yeah, we could just do the numbers now if you
So
want.
essentially, you master the skill.
Yep. So I'll go to
So
99.
you take that up to 99. Yep. You gain a point of E.
Key. Ooh.
So that is in cell L3.
Yep.
And you gain how much is it? Is it 10 on for learning a bonus
He gains
skill?
15 on. He gains 15
on.
Is that from,
In
10
on
for the
from
boot
the
guy
skill.
and 5 for the fact it's a bonus.
Yes. So in on from the skills, which is
Oh, yeah.
row 46.
Yep.
You gain 15 on.
Nice. And it's 3 weeks of training, so we.
No, that's just the first week.
That's just the first week. Okay.
Yes. You cannot gain anything more from learning Atemiwaza in the next 2 weeks.
Okay.
However, as far as Kinzo is concerned, you gain 5 plus your learning rate halved for the first week. So that would be 3.5.
Makes me 81.
81.
Before we go into other weeks, Dave, is there not?
Well, hang on. Let's finish Kinzo off because
Okay.
he can do all 3 weeks at Emiwaza. So, as far as that is concerned, you get to 81 the first week, so the Torimona is still usable. So, therefore, you get another 3.5 the following week, which is 84.5. And then for the third week, another 3.5, which is 88. Correct? Is that correct?
Sorry, David. Oh, yes. Yeah. How much does it cost?
Right. So that will set you back 15 silver. And it will set you back 12 silver, Kyūryū. Sorry, no. You sets you back 4 silver for the first week. Then you need to sort out what's happening the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I'll just take off the 4 just now. Okay.
Take off 4 just now.
Okay.
What's it cost me, Dave?
Right, yours just spending a month in the
Just
school.
a quick question, Dave. Do we get any status in the school?
Yes, you gain 3 status.
Okay, that's fine.
Kinzo, in that school, and you gain 2 status. Kyūryū,
Moving
1
wave,
for the week and one for mastering the skill.
Okay.
Okay. Right. As far as you're concerned, it'll cost you 3 silver per week to use the facilities. Are you just boosting a characteristic?
No, I'm working on my Okuden.
Okay. In that case, 3 silver per week to use the facilities.
Okay. To roll 3d20s.
3d20s.
Come on. Don't screw me up too much. Oh, that's a good start. 3 and a 2.
That is a good start.
So that gives me 7 and 5. 7 plus 5 plus nothing. I make it 12 in total.
Correct.
It's a start.
It is indeed. Let me just check something. There we go. Open that up. So So there's a penalty the BCS roll made each week
Yeah, you
with a
started
so
at minus 10 to start with, yeah. Down to minus 9 now. I don't know if I told you before, but I've pinged you the Okudin that I'm working on. I don't know if I told you before, but I'll tell you now.
you haven't told me what the Okudin is.
I've
We
just
need
pinged
to
it to
agree
you. I've just pinged it to you.
Okie doke.
Not at the moment.
When
Not at the
he's
moment.
willing to reveal it, I would guess.
I'll reveal it when I think I'm fairly competent at it. It will be some time at this rate.
Okay. Let us do the last 2 weeks of Kyūryū, and then we will do Baka, if that's okay. So, your next 2 weeks, Kyūryū, you have a look at what's on the list, and the following 2 weeks, then Ogawa is teaching Atemi Waza, and Wada is teaching Kamajutsu, and in the following week, Kawahire is teaching Saite, Wada Kamajutsu, and Daoduji is Jojutsu. So, given that you have already persuaded Ogawa to teach Atemi Waza for the next 2 weeks, you can try and persuade him to change to something else. You have mastered Atemi Waza.
Yeah.
Okay, you are at 99. Now, you as far as beyond Atemi Waza, there are Okudin which refine it and give you additional abilities, or make it easy to hit, or double blow, or
Yeah, like
whatever.
what Kosa's doing, yeah.
But you can. Some Okudin are taught by schools, and you have to become a pupil of that school, and effectively they will then teach it. If not, then you have to invent one yourself. Now,
Well, you've
if
got
you wish
3
to learn
choices. You can actually try and convince someone to teach you one. Or I think it's easier to learn one that already exists. And then it's the hardest thing, I think, is to invent one, isn't it? I think.
Yes, inventing. If you know one exists, you can learn it. If you try and create one that is new, then it's a hindrance. If you're trying to take an existing Okuden and create an even better improved one, that's even more of a hindrance.
I'll tell you what my idea of an Okudin is. Tell me if it exists or not already then. So, because Kyūryū's prime requisite is his speed, he's the fastest. I wanted it to be something to do with that, and I'm thinking something along the lines of an attack where you move through somebody. So you run through them and attack on the way past. So like, because Kyūryū means Russian river, I wanted something along the lines of a Russian river just comes through you. It's gone, it's hit you in your past, and he's disappeared, he's gone, and then something to do with the speed, and I'm thinking that the actual delivery of blows while in full movement speed. Does that work for you? Is that an Okudin?
That's more movement. Okuden are refinements of an existing art. So they're things like smashing blow, where you're hitting somebody, but you hit them in such a way as to have a chance of knocking them down. You have a chance of achieving a bash.
I wanted it to be something to do with moving through people as you attack, hitting at full movement speed. Is that not going to work?
That would probably be a refinement of Kurumi Jutsu, I would imagine.
Yeah, possibly.
It's a kind of leaping strike sort of thing.
I couldn't
So-
really.
No, more of a running
relate
strike than a
to
leaping
Bugai.
strike.
Well, a running strike is a charge, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're not going straight at them. You're going to the side so you can hit, or you're hitting them out of your way so you can keep moving at full speed. It's not a charge, impact, and stop. It's a charge, hit, and keep moving past.
So what you're trying to invent is something which allows you to run out of combat, as opposed to, because if you charge into combat, getting out of combat normally requires a turn and flee option.
No, I want to be
What
able
you're
to
talking about is
run in, attack, and run out.
something which allows you to run in, hit, and carry on running. Correct?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And well, that's not a normal tactic that people take. I mean,
Effectively, you would have to develop the Okuden yourself
exactly.
and get Dave's permission as to what it actually does.
Define it. Between you, defining what it does, yeah.
Yeah, refining the mechanics of it.
Essentially,
Correct.
that's what, to me, that's what Nick appears to be doing with Kosa.
Yeah.
Of course, he could be developing a standard Okuden without actually going to the
Develop-
teacher.
Well, I'm developing the standard. I'm trying to learn a standard Okuden because I reckon my chance of convincing anybody is virtually none. So
That's fair enough. Yeah, it's no big tech.
So do you think mine's is
So,
inventing your own
Oliver,
one?
what I would suggest you
I
do
mean-
is you and Dave pass some private messages between you about what you want
Yeah,
to try and do.
how the
And
mechanics
come up
would
with
work.
some mechanism under the system, and then attempt to
Yeah.
develop it yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
Certainly.
So that's what I'm thinking about for my Okuden, Dave. So if you want to start thinking about mechanics and stuff and how it would work.
Okay. And you want to learn Kurumi Jutsu, yes?
Yeah, because he was going to teach that anyway, so it's not going to be hard to convince him to do it now, is it?
As far as that is concerned, he was teaching Kurumi Jutsu last week, and Temiwaza this week. So last week he taught you a Temiwaza, and now you're wanting him to teach you Kurumi Jutsu. Why can't people make their minds up?
Because of his immaculate instruction, I have now mastered the Temiwaza, and I have no need
Well,
for.
the point is, he
further
would
training.
realise that Kyūryū's now a master of the skill, so
Yes.
he can't learn anything more.
I know, but it's just that last week he was teaching Kurumi Jutsu, and here you wish to learn a Temiwaza. This week he's teaching a Temiwaza, and Kyūryū wishes to learn Kurumi Jutsu.
that's
Kyūryū's,
an awkward student.
yeah, Kyūryū's
That's
attention
absolute
span and
choice,
his
isn't it?
patience move as quick as he does.
I'll take
Anyway,
a mind.
Roll your status check. Just don't blow it, okay?
So my group's, what is it? The group status? No, the
Just
You're-
roll a d20.
my
That's
group
all.
status is now 24.
Effectively, your 18 still counts, so
Okay.
don't roll a 19 or 20.
Ah, right, okay. Come on. 15.
Okay, so he's willing to teach you Kurumi Jutsu for the last 2 weeks. Okie doke. So, Ogawa teaching Kurumi Jutsu. Let me just pull that up. That's the one.
So week 2 and
yes.
3 are 21st Utsuki to the 7th of, what's the next month?
No, it's the 11th of Utsuki to the 10th of Sasuke.
No, well, the first week of training was 11th of Utsuki to the 20th. So
Yes, it
weeks
was
2
the
and
sec- it
3.
was the sec- yeah. Yes, weeks 2 and 3 of Utsuki, and the first week of the following month, which
The 10th,
is
sorry, not the 7th, the 10th.
which is Satsuki.
Thank you.
And so, as far as that is concerned, he's teaching you Kurumi Jutsu. What's your current score in Kurumi Jutsu?
2
Less than
seconds.
60?
I think so. Give me a sec. I was reading my notes. Kurumi Jutsu is 37.
Oh, well, you could do well out of this. Okie doke. So, let's see. Do they have a Torimono of Karumi Jutsu? Oh, yes, they do. In Katakana, up to 83. So
Nice.
therefore, you have a usable Torimono for those 2 weeks. So in that case, you get 5 plus your learning rate for 2
7.
weeks. So that is 10 plus twice your learning rate,
14.
which is 14. Which puts you up to
51.
51. Which is plus 3
Plus
on
3
your...
on a base BCS.
So that's plus 0.3 on a physical characteristic.
Oh, on a physical. Oh, right, okay. Oh, yes, this has put my strength over 16. So, do I have to put it all on one physical statistic? Because I've got 15.8 on strength. I could stop at 16 and then start putting on something else.
Correct?
That register, you get points for rocketing, Dave.
I'm going to put the I'm
Yes,
just going to put it all in strength, so it goes up to 16.1.
In answer to your
No,
question, Nick,
no.
yes, you do.
No,
You do.
No, okay.
Because
put my-
it's a physical boo guy.
I'm going to put my strength to 16. I'm going to put my speed up to 23.1.
Okie doke. And you are no longer partially encumbered. I don't know whether you noticed that, but with the weight you were carrying, you were previously partially encumbered, Kyūryū,
Hey.
which meant your deftness and speed were cut to 75%.
I don't think I was, because I gave Baka a bunch of my stuff so that I was under encumbered.
I think you were
Changing it back to
helping.
15,
Oh, yeah, no, I was.
you were partially encumbered.
That extra, so one set
Anyway,
of clothes put me over it.
Can we do Bacca's month then,
Yep.
please?
And you can add 2 more points to your moving wave earned status.
Thank you.
Baka. Once
Right,
you
just a matter of
has-
interest, Dave. I'm going to be away from the keyboard for a short while.
Fair enough. Baka, you are looking for Sumai, correct?
Well, I've got a couple of things I wanted to, a quick errand I want to do in town first, which was by the Tetsubo.
Okay.
then wanna-
Wonshu has pointed you at one of the shops, and let me just check and see whether they have one in. For you, sir, yes, they do have one in stock. And as far as that is concerned, would you please roll me? Roll a d20, please. That was very well done. You
Back to lucky number 4, show you.
he makes a couple of gestures when you come in and mutters a phrase that you respond to accordingly. And he is willing to provide you with a used Tetsubo. It's got a couple of dents in, etc. But as far as that is concerned, it's at the dirt cheap price of 3 gold. So you just saved 40. You just saved 14 silver by getting your Yakuza dialect right.
Very nice.
So 3 gold, and you get a Tetsubo.
Fantastic. So that's back. I'd like to take a little swing past the Dragon at Peace Temple because I was so in shock when I left there before. I forgot to look at their notice board. Too busy looking at Kosa's hair. And see
Okey-doke.
if they're doing any bojutsu training over the next 3 weeks.
Temple of Dragon at Peace. Let me check and see. So that is Rose 83.
Was Tetsubo
Okey-doke.
on? Is it on Bojutsu?
Yeah, it's on Bojutsu.
Yeah.
And is that the same bugai that you use for staff, for a bow staff as well, for like a plain
Correct.
staff?
Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
You just need a lot higher strength.
Yeah.
Okay, as far as the temple is concerned, they are teaching. No, they're teaching Butsudo, Rhetoric, Katakana, and Hatha Yoga this week. Butsudo, Sacred Dance, and Jujutsu next week, and Butsudo the third week. So if you want somebody to teach you Bojutsu, then
I'm
you'll
gonna.
have to try and persuade one of the existing teachers.
You
We've
might
still
be
got a couple
better.
of days yet. So,
It might be
sorry, I want
better-
to pop down the dock. Go on.
See,
Go on, Kosa.
you might be better off speaking to the rat gang or the guy in the shop. Find a teacher.
Well, Rat Gang was where I was going next. I have actually done some training of Bojutsu at the
Yeah.
Dragon at Peace before. That's why I was thinking about going back there.
Oh, right.
But I do. What's the name of the Rat Gang pub that you go to occasionally? Is
The
it
Lucky
Rose?
Coin.
Oh, Lucky Coin.
Lucky
That's it.
coin, yeah.
I'm going to pop down the Lucky Coin and hopefully either see Senamori, Haruai,
Maruari.
Hadanori, or Toshiari are the four in particular I'm looking out for.
Okay.
Lucky Coin, yeah.
Fair enough. You pop down there and sit and chat with people. And 1 second, are any of them there? Sentinel dice. And D3 is number. Tadanori is there.
Excellent. He was one that I went into town with to pick up the rations.
Yep.
So,
Well, you-
I'll buy
you
Ted
gonna,
Nori drink straight away.
Fair enough. He greets you cheerfully.
I'll buy him a glass of the good stuff.
Very nice. Okay. That will set you back. Bum. Not set you back a silver.
How many copper to a silver?
30.
30. So, okay, is that for a glass, yeah?
No, that's a flask which contains 2 cups, so that's 1 each.
Oh, yeah, excellent. So, yeah, I'll have one. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Tadanori-san, great to see you again.
He will offer you congratulations on your recent accomplishments for the dock workers, and asks how your meal was. He's heard you've been to the Inn of Willows.
I'll tell him that everything that I can remember up to the first half, yeah, it was an amazing night.
You remember it all, actually. You just got slightly squiffy, and you weren't able to hide it from the others. But it didn't affect. It was only very slightly, so therefore you don't have missing memories or anything like that. And you didn't
fair enough, in that
actually
case,
make a fool
yeah.
of yourself. You just obviously overindulged.
In that case, yeah, I'll praise how good a night it was.
Yep.
But you're saying about my recent achievements. I feel that some training in Sumai would really be helpful after, especially if I'm going to be helping out the gang in future.
Well, it's always worthwhile getting training. He'd be willing to take you around to see the trainer for their local champions.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, you finish your sake, and then he takes you round to the gym. Well, it's a warehouse that has been converted into what looks like a training centre.
I'm queuing up a Rocky
And-
montage.
It's probably not in as good condition as Rocky's gym, but but
I'm thinking full rock.
it's okay. It's a school of hard knocks rather than a how shall I put it? A centre of meditation and learning. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so you are going to ask for them whether any training in Sumai is available, correct?
Yes, please.
You don't. Please roll me a d20. Do you wish to make a gift to the trainer?
Yes, 2 gifts, in fact. I'm
Yeah.
going to give the gift of 4 silver for starters.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll save the other gift anyway. The gift of 4 silver for now. Sorry. That's,
Okay.
I misread.
Please roll me a
So
d20.
how many silver to a gold?
There's 12 silvers to a gold.
Right. So
If you think of it
that's
as a gold is enough food for a year, a silver is
month's
enough
food.
food for a month, and a copper is enough food for a day, and it's 12 and 30. 30 days to the month, 12 months to the year.
So there's my 4 silver. Excellent. And then you want a d20 roll, yeah?
Yep.
Oh.
Okay, what's your Sumai BCS?
Oh, my Sumai BCS is 66, so prime of 14.
Okay. So you failed your BCS roll by 2. Another d20, please.
There's the 4.
Oh, that's a lot better. Okay. And not quite enough to persuade him to get over your... You failed your status BCS by 1, but Tadanori is pleased enough with what you've done for them that he chips in and adds a bit of his status to persuade the trainer to take you on for the next 3 weeks. Okay.
Oh, Tadanori, I'm deeply in your debt. Thank you.
Well, you watch my back, and I'll watch yours, sunshine. So you can have 3 weeks of training from a Sumotori master. So he is not 6th level. So that is bonus for you. He's not a master. He doesn't have a Korimona. So that would give you... Okay, it's effectively going to give you 4 plus your learning rate each week. Your learning rate is 1. Oh dear. Okay,
And then it's half, is it?
and because you are above 60, it's halved. So you get, effectively for the 3 weeks, you get 15, halved is 7.5, so you're up to 73.5.
in that case, I just want to do 2 weeks here if possible. Sorry to mess about. If I'll just do 2 weeks here.
In that case, it'll be 10 halved is 5, taking you up to 71.
Perfect. And then the last week, I would like to go and see if there's someone at the Dragon at Peace School that would train me.
Okay, so move your
Bojutsu.
permanent Sumai up to 71, please. Which I think increases your BCS by 1.
By 1. Yep.
Which
Can I
gives you
just
point
hold
one.
just for 1 second? I'm really sorry. I'm just going to say goodnight and I'll be back in just literally
Yeah,
1
sure.
second. Sorry.
No problem. Brief pause, please, Oliver.
Yeah, no problem, mate.
Sorry about that. Wife was just going to bed. So,
problem.
so my BCS Sumai's gone up to 71, which means my base BCS has gone up.
Okay, so you've got another 0.1 on a physical.
And that's going to be on my health. So that goes to 22.6.
And that's another 2 points of status in the rat game.
Fantastic. Yeah, actually, is he also a master? Oh, what's this guy's name?
The Tadanori.
I'll get you to put that in the chat in a minute when we're finished. But does he also teach Bojutsu? He would have seen my Tetsubo leading up to it before.
Let's see. This is him. He does, but he's not a master.
Might be enough. Hold on. No, I'm only getting.
So that would only give you 3 plus your learning rate, which would be 4. Halved is 2.
Okay, yeah, I see where I've gone wrong. Oh, never mind. If I can get, if I could get that, at least that's moving me closer towards the next BCS of Bojutsu. Yeah, please.
Okay. So in that case, that will cost you 4 silver for that week.
4 silver for that week, and how much?
And give you another point of rat status.
So that was what, 12 in total, silver.
No, 4 for this week, 5 for the 2 previous weeks. So that's 14 total.
14 total. Okay, yeah. 6, and that goes. Right, I'm skidding again. Actually, that's not true. Once you've got some money for me. Right, and another point in the rats. Thank you very much.
Just so you're aware, Dave, I've upped my stake with 1 shoe to 17 koku.
Make a note of when you gave it to him, because come the end of the year, he will sort out who gets what and so on. Okay?
Okay.
Right. So we will have to sort out with Yanagi and Hatsu. Sorry, Harumi. Hatsu, wrong game. Harumi. What they do during their 3 weeks. Okay. Towards the end of that period, it is getting pretty hot. Summer is with you. The temperatures have reached, well, not boiling point, but it's certainly noticeably hotter. And people tend to be wearing their straw hats and keeping out of the sun during the day when they can.
Okay, Dave, just to make it easier, the last 3 days of the first week of Utsuki, I shall work on the docks, if there is dock work.
Let me just check and see what was available. If there is work, then you can certainly have it.
Or just lounge around and do nothing, of course.
Yes. So let me just go back to the calendar. And for those 3 days, oh, yes, Wanshu actually has jobs you can do on the docks. So anybody who wishes to work on the docks for those 3 days, knocking off the money for the food, 813, you can get 10 copper.
I'm going to use one of those days to go to Shinsenotsu.
Isn't it a day there and day
2
back?
of those days. It's
Two
a
of
day
those
there, day
days,
back.
yeah. 2 of those days. Anybody
In
going
which
with me to
case-
Shinsenotsu?
I've heard there's good sake, so
Just-
yeah, I'll come with you.
I was going to say, I might actually start leaving some money with one shoe. I've not left any with him yet. Can I leave him 3 gold?
Okay. Note it down. Note when you gave it to him. Right. So your BMA is currently 5, because Baka is going slower than Kyūryū.
If this is going to make it longer than a day for you, then I'll not hold you up. But
Well, let us just check and see. Effectively, it's 1 reader there, and then 2, 2, 3. You can make it to Shinsenotsu in a day, providing
Okay.
nothing happens on the way, of course. Are you just going to wander there?
Yeah, I'm going there and I'm going to give thanks to the
Are
kami
you
and
going
the
to tell
well.
the others you're going, by the way?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've already discussed with them that I was going. Yeah, I'm telling them I'm going. Is Baka coming with me? Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Okay. Are you letting Wanshu know where you're going?
Yeah.
Well, he'd suggest you have a cover story. He would point out that the countryside is at war. People wandering around are likely to get impressed as labour if they don't have a reason to be wandering around.
Oh, they would need to catch me first. Saying that, they'll catch you. I
hello.
don't want them to catch you. Yeah. Okay, so we'll come up with a cover story. Say we're taking up something. We'll take something up to them. Some good.
Once have you not got anyone that you need anything delivered to up there, or anything that a pile of wood that needs going up or something?
Luck roll? No, he doesn't. Not himself. He can check and see if anybody he knows has got anything that's going out there that needs porters to take it. Yes, and he can actually, if you're willing to chuck in 5 copper, he can get somebody to shunt somebody out of the job,
Yeah, no
and
problem.
you can take over.
Yep.
Sounds great.
How much copper did you say?
Okay.
5.
5 copper.
Okay, no problem.
Effectively, he's bribing one of the porters to twist an ankle so that you two can step in and carry the load. Okay. You're told to assemble at dawn, and you are given a pack to carry, and you start jogging with the rest of the porters towards Shinsenotsu. There are 2 Ashigaru on guard duty. Does anything happen on the way? Thankfully, no. You reach Shinsenotsu before nightfall and duly offload your packs, and you are fed the evening meal. And then what do you wish to do? The others are kind of sitting down and starting to roll dice and what have you.
Well, what do you want to do, Baka?
I heard there was sake.
Yeah. I mean,
the other porters.
The first thing I'm going to do.
Look shocked. Have you no idea how much it costs?
First thing I'm going to do, Baka, we can drink after. The first thing I'm going to do is go to see the well.
Well, the well is over there. It's surrounded by a fence, and there is a torii gate at the opening in the fence.
And will they allow me in to go and say a prayer to the well?
It's not guarded. The well is obviously in use, but it is obviously a much respected spot.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in and
Uh.
whisper a prayer into the well, directly into it,
Okay.
to the kami.
Fair
And thank the kami for its grace in my time of need when I needed it most. You really saved my life and
Okay.
possibly the lives of my friends as well.
Fair enough. Roll a d20.
Okay. No, 18.
Nothing obviously happens.
Okay.
And you return to Baka.
Okay, Baka, are we just going to stay here for the night and go home in the morning?
When's this porter's planning on going back?
Well, the porters are returning to Nobioka with barrels tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'll just go back with them tomorrow.
Sounds great.
Well, yes, you are carrying barrels back.
I'll
With a two-way
look at
trip.
Kyūryū again and then look back to the porter manager and go, yeah, right, yeah, we're doing that.
I'm going back in time here, but I'm just trying to get all my notes right. This is on the 8th of Utsuki. No, that we travelled up there.
Effectively, this is 8th of Utsuki. You travelled to Shinchinotsu,
Yeah.
and the
9th we
9th
go
you're
home.
travelling back. Yep.
Yep.
The village is obviously in Sake production. Most of the buildings are done. There's some which are partially done, but they are obviously brewing sake, and you have just delivered a pack of rice, or packs of rice for fermentation. Okay.
Yeah. We'll go back down the road the next
Sorry,
day.
I'm just updating the diary. So let us see whether anything happens on your way back to Nobioka the following day. Thankfully, nothing happens on your way back to Nobioka, and you arrive back in Nobioka on the evening of the 9th.
Okay.
Sorry, Dave. How much was it for a keg of in this place?
Well, who are you asking?
Well, whilst I was up there, I would like to...
the porters of if you speak to the porters, they'll tell you that the sake is not for sale here. It's taken back and apparently is given to the samurai. Have basically are taking the whole output from the village at the moment.
Kyūryū, do you not know anyone up here that you can put a good word in for us?
I mean, we are quite friendly with the people here. I could talk with someone, maybe. Someone at the village, whoever's in charge. I mean, we are on friendly terms. I could see if... maybe not a keg, maybe
Well, the samurai who was in charge of setting the village up is not present. He and his troops are off with the daimyo. There are ashigaru who are guarding the village, and the samurai's family are in residence, but the majority of the people that were in charge are not actually in the village at present. Okay. You can certainly try talking to one of the ashigaru and see if you can persuade them to sell you some sake, but the implications are that it has some mystical property, and therefore it is being reserved for the bouquet back in Nobioka. Now, that's not to say that the pub might not be there might not be some surplus from the brewing, that might be available?
I mean, it's my friend
But
here
you'd
that wants to buy some. I'm more interested in just tasting it. I've just heard such great things. I would like to have a small taste of it, but my friend would like to buy some. I'm not really bothered if I can't buy any. Like, I'm not gonna stick my neck out in a. I'm not gonna make myself a nuisance to anybody to try and get Baka some sake.
I'm not saying
Well,
a nuisance.
to
but I'm
buy
certainly gonna
some,
try.
you would probably have to talk to the brewmaster. To pilfer some,
Oh,
or
I'm not
get
gonna
a
pilfer
taste
some.
would-
No. I'll
or
talk
to
to the
get a
brewmaster.
taste of it, you would have to talk to the one of the brewers.
I'll talk to the brewers.
Okay, in that case, what are you saying to? Are you talking to the brewmaster or one of the brewers?
I'll talk to the brewmaster.
Okay.
I'll
Make
explain.
a status roll, please.
Oh, okay.
What is your most applicable status for trying to persuade him to do something?
I don't know, but I've rolled a 19 anyway, so I wouldn't even bother looking. Save your time.
He's washing his hair that week.
Yeah.
And
Sorry,
yes,
Baka.
no,
I
you
tried.
can't. He's not interested in talking to you.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to stick my neck out
Yeah, I'm not
too
willing
far.
to start like, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to be very disappointed and head back.
Okay. You return to Nobioka, and you then spend 3 weeks training. At the end of the week, those 3 weeks, let's see, so that effectively runs down to the end of the
So 11th
second
Satsuki
week
we're on.
of Satsuki, which is to the 20th of Satsuki. And
No, it's the
The-
10th of Satsuki, Dave.
oh, my apologies, 10th of Satsuki, yes.
11th.
And 10th of Satsuki, yes, it is.
Training
As I
finishes
say,
on the 10th.
quite hot. Yes,
Yes, yeah.
training finishes on the 10th. And for the last week and a half, the temperatures have been very high. If you want an actual temperature, it's the high 30s at peak. And overnight, it's not dropped below 30.
Wow.
So it is stiflingly hot.
Wow. I love it.
Actually, that's
the-
dangerously hot.
Oh yes, the last 2
No.
weeks have actually been eased because there's been quite a bit of rain. So that's cooled matters down, but it's so humid. You're talking kind of 95% humidity here.
Yeah, well, you're in a sauna, aren't you? And it's the whole
Yeah.
world.
Yes, yes. But all that hard physical exercise has finished up, and you are free. Well, not free, but you are keeping your heads down in your part of the town. What you have heard is that there has been fighting in the mountains. There have been casualties returning to Nobioka and being taken to the temples and then and dealt with by the healers and physicians in the barracks. But things are still ongoing. Operations continue, shall we say. The rumours from the warriors, the Ashigaru that have returned, are that they have actually been fighting forest goblins as well as men. So it looks like the Lord of the Mountains has not retreated, he's doubling down. What do you wish to think of doing when you finish your training on the 10th of Satsuki?
I don't know about anyone else, but 1 more week would be my wish, and that would get me a BCS Bujitsu.
Well, I
Definitely.
suggest that we stay in town for the week. hopefully the weather will break and it'll be cooler before we set out on any form of travel.
Well, Satsuki traditionally is a very hot month. It can be quite wet as well, but it's not until Minadzuki that it's likely to start cooling down.
Oh, well, we'll see. We may get lucky. But if Baka wants an extra week, then I suggest we give it to him. So I'm quite happy to work on the docks for the week, or as many days as I can get.
Okay. So in that case, are you going to check the schools, Baka?
I think the Dragon at Peace is probably my best bet first.
Let's
for
just check
Bojutsu.
and see. So it's the second week in Satsuki. And what's happening at the Dragon at Peace? As far as the Dragon at Peace is concerned, there are classes in Bushido, Rhetoric, and Hatha Yoga. You would have to persuade one of the priests to run a class to teach you Bushido. Bojutsu.
In that case, I think I'm going to have to ask Wanshu for 2 of my silverback. Because I'm going to need a little bit of cash to...
The Bojutsu is actually being taught at the Moving Wave School this week, when you check.
Which is definitely cheaper. If it's being taught and I'm just joining a class...
My apologies, it's not the Moving Wave School, it's the... oh God, what was the name of the place?
Is it the other temple?
The Rose Temple, that was it. Not the Moving Wave School.
Yeah. I haven't been to the Rose Temple yet, so let me go to the Rose Temple.
Let me just call up the Rose Temple. That little lot. Well, unfortunately, it's not a particularly great skill they've got in that, but yes, they can teach you Bojutsu.
At the moment...
What's your current score?
73.
They can take you up to 79, so they do actually have a teacher. Keep going. So that is...
Sorry. I only need a little bit. I'm going to go back to the Rat Gang. I want to get my status up with the Rat Gang. I'm not so interested in other temples. I think the Rat Gang guy can certainly teach me enough for what I need this month.
Okay.
This week. Sorry.
He's happy to teach you that. Which from memory is 4 halved, which would be another 2.
Which puts me on 75, which is what I was aiming for.
Okie doke.
Excellent.
And you get another point of status.
So, if my primary is now 16, it means that on a secondary I'll be on an 8. Yeah, so it's halved, isn't it? So
correct.
It's not half. It's not half plus level, is it?
You halve your raw BCS and add your level.
Yeah, so it's the same thing.
So if your raw BCS is 14, it's halved 7 plus your level 8. So your base BCS is 15 on a primary, 8 on a secondary.
On a 75.
Oh, no, 75. My apologies. So put your permanent up to 75.
Yep.
So that puts your raw BCS up to 15. So half of that is 8 plus 1 is 9. So you'll be 16 on your primary, Oh, sorry, no, it's half that rounded down, so that's 7. So that'll be
Yeah,
8.
yeah.
16 and 8. Yes, that's right.
Cool. That's great.
Okay. And you get another
Brilliant.
0.1 on a physical.
22.7 health.
Let's just go back to the diary and add another week. Now, who wants to work on the docks for a week?
I will.
Fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well,
Okay, so
depending on what's available to train, if there's another week of something handy, like close by, I'll take it.
okey-doke. Okay, working on the docks. There's 1, 2, 3. Okay, could I have 3 health saving throws, please, Kinzo? Because it is extremely hot for 3 of those days. And what's your how many effect numbers negative is your worst?
The worst I rolled was an 18.
So how many negative effect numbers is that?
That's 9.
Okay, there is a chance of heat prostration. No.
Ooh.
You are sweating buckets and you feel wobbly, but you do not suffer heat prostration. But those 3 days were absolutely appalling. Okay, you gain 23 less 8 is 15 copper. You have two of those days were free. Now, Kyūryū, and what's available in that week? Let us check and see. Second week of Satsuki. Moving Wage School is teaching Saite. Other things being taught: rhetoric, hatha yoga, karma yoga, kanji, poetry, play the hichiriki. No, there does not appear to be anything, any kurumijutsu or similar.
Okay, no,
You would have to persuade the teacher at the House on the Rock school, at the Moving Wave school, to teach something else.
I'll see if he's up for yeah, I will try and convince him to teach me a week of kurumijutsu.
Okay, this is Kawahire. And yes, that. Okie doke. Right, so what's your status in the Moving Wave school?
It just went up. 26.
So your BCS is 5 at the moment.
Okay, let me have a wee quick check on my money. I'll give him 6 silver.
Okie doke. In that case, you need to make a BCS roll. And I will just check and see.
4.
Yes, that all 6 are acceptable, and you successfully make your status roll. Yes, he is willing to teach you Kurumijutsu for that last week. So let us work out what you actually get. What is your current score?
2 seconds, mate. Because I'm pulling it up on the screen for viewers to see as well. 1 sec. My Kurumijutsu is currently 51.
Okay. In that case, there is a usable Torimono, and you would gain 4 plus your learning rate.
So 6. Nice. So it goes up to
Okey-doke.
56. And I went up on one of my BCS.
Doesn't it go up to 57? If it was 51 and you get 4 plus your learning rate, it goes up to 57.
It goes up to 57, yeah, sorry, I'm dumb.
And you can leave it at 56 if you want.
No thanks. Yeah, I get plus 0.1 on a physical.
Correct.
BCS went up 1. Okay, back on
Good.
speed again.
And you get another point of status at the moving wave school.
Lovely.
Okay.
Can I stay on at the school another
You
week,
can
Dave?
stay on for another week but at a cost of 3 silver and make another Okuden roll.
Yeah, I think I should have had more points because I assumed it was base BCS, but it doesn't say that. I assume it's full BCS.
Let me check and
Yeah.
the Okuden. Okay, just have a base BCS. Da.
For some reason, I got it in my head it was base, but it doesn't actually say that.
Okay, so no, it would be at your base BCS rather than your raw BCS, I think. So
Okay.
what were your rolls?
I got
You got a 3, a 2, and a 15, correct?
yeah, I got 12 points, so that's 7 and a 5.
And
I
what
got
is your base
points.
BCS?
99.
No. What is your base BCS? Not what's your skill. Your base BCS is 21,
Oh,
correct?
0. Yes, sorry, base BCS is 21, including my level, yeah. 21,
Okay, so it's 21. You rolled 3 for the first, which would be 18 effect numbers, minus 10, so you would have got 8.
Yep.
You would have gained 8. And then
yeah. Still be at
your
minus
next,
10.
yeah, 21, and you got 2 on your next one, so you would have got 19 less 10 means you gained another 9, so you're up to 17.
Yep. Yeah, and then I didn't get anything the third week.
And you didn't get anything the
For the
next one.
Fourth week.
So roll your 4th week.
Ooh.
That's
I'm
also
only at
useful.
I'm only at minus 9 now. So that's 12.
So
that's
that would be
9
17
effect
minus
numbers.
9, so that's another 8 effect numbers. Correct? It's 21. You rolled a 4, so that would be 21 minus 4 is 17.
I rolled a 3. Rolled a 3.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Hang on. I'm looking at the wrong. I rolled
I
my
rolled a
screen
3.
up, so you rolled a 3. So you get 9 effect numbers. So
Yeah,
you're
so
up to 26.
8, 9, and 8, 8, and 9. So that's 16, 25.
Okay.
25.
No. I thought it was 8, 9, and 9. Because you rolled a 3 and then a
Sorry,
2.
yes, you're right. Yes,
And then you
you're
rolled a 4. So you're on 26.
You're right.
Okay.
So I get an extra 0.3. Keep sticking that into speed then.
And you gain an extra point in the moving wave school.
Moving wave school.
As you can see, learning Okuden takes a very long period of
Oh,
time.
no, I
unless you-
expected to. I'm making faster progress than I thought I would, put it that way.
Oh yes,
Only taking
you've
me
rolled a
5
2, a
weeks.
3, and a 4.
only taking me 5
Uh,
weeks to get to 26. Which
As long as you
that's
don't
the
roll a
other
20,
four.
you'll be fine.
it'll take me like 20 weeks, whereas I was thinking it was more like to take me 30 weeks when I started. I'm ahead of schedule.
Nice.
Well, that's challenging the dice. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't tempt fate, mate.
At the rate that I'm
basically-
learning,
Your average rolls for if you'd rolled averagely, it would have been 42 as the total of your average rolls. You rolled 27, 15 better than average.
Nice.
I'm ahead of schedule.
Obviously, you have an innate talent for this.
Others' blessing hasn't worn off yet now.
Okie doke. So that takes you up to the end of the second week in Satsuki.
Yeah, we're on the 20th now.
And it was a very hot weather. It does look as though it's starting to cool down. The last 4 days you've had showers, a rainstorm, and a sprinkling of rain. But there are heavy storm clouds overhead, so it's likely to continue raining the next couple of days.
Before I forget, Dave, I only gave you the money to try and convince that teacher to do it. You never took from me the money it cost to actually do the training. How much was that?
1 second, I will tell you how much that took. That was another 4 silver, and
Okay.
you gain a point of status at the Rose Temple.
Was that the Rose Temple I was training at that week?
No, I thought you were training at the moving one.
Yeah, I was. I think I've done everything
Baka
else.
that was going to go
Yeah,
to the
yeah,
Rose
yeah.
Temple.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I
He
had,
yeah,
decided
sorry,
to
Matt.
stick.
I've
Yep,
done my
that's
status.
with
It was
the,
just, it was just the money I hadn't done.
Yes,
Sorry, Dave.
yes, it was another 4 silver.
Yeah, thank you.
yeah, I tend to stick to them like scum. I mean glue.
No, you were right the first.
Okay, oh, brave leader of the party, what do you and the rest of the troop wish to do now that you've spent a lot of money?
Well,
Uh,
I want to hear what the group has to say. What does everybody want to do next?
Yeah, some money would be useful.
Should we do some work or try and find a bigger job that
work's
pays a bit more?
Work's too hard, especially in this weather.
Yeah. Should we go for see if there's any more exploration scouting work? We were good at that. It's good money.
Sounds good to me.
What? Because
George wants you to see if he can find anything for you.
one shoe would ask one shoe to look as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if we
Uh,
could get a meeting with the daimyo's widow again, or
Well, is it worth our learned Shigenja writing a note to the leader of the what is it, Temple of the Flame?
I don't know about you,
the-
but I'd prefer to stay away from the book if I can.
the Shugenja at the
once you
Temple of the Flame
don't
Fair enough.
go and ask if there's scouting work available because you're likely to
No.
be
get drafted. Aye.
called up. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
don't want to be don't
oh,
want
you
to be
can
military
scout, can
scouts.
you?
Thank you.
Yes, right.
So
fine.
what about back at
that's
the?
armour on.
Is it the Castle of the Flame where we were scouting for? It was, wasn't it?
Oh yes. Harumi would certainly like to go back to the Castle of the Flame.
I'm sure Harumi would
I
like to
assume
go back.
most of the military action is taking place south of Nobuyuka. Right.
Well, the information that you had, let me just move you back to the map of the islands.
Oh yeah, which way is north again?
Has Harumi got a Torimono that she's learned?
I believe she
1
does.
second, I believe she has. Harumi has a Torimono seeding cloak that she was learning. So we would work on that with her.
Yes. Well, the point is, if she's learnt that, then she'll want to go back to the Castle of the Flame to get another Torimono.
Yes. Concealing cloak, let me just check and see what That is in terms of knowledge. Well, she may well have been trying to learn to improve her knowledge in the School of Metal or the School of Wood. Concealing Cloak is a knowledge 30 spell in the School of Water. And her current knowledge in the School of Water is 49. So her base BCS being 11, I think she would have been trying to improve her knowledge in the school before trying to learn the spell. So I think
Yeah,
she'd
well,
probably
yes,
been training at the Art of Go school.
I think at this point we should really stop so that you can deal with Yanagi and.
Yeah, it's 10 to
Room.
11. We're nearly at the end of the session. We could just leave that decision for in a fortnight's
and
time.
we will make a provisional decision that we'll go to the Castle of the Flame
Yeah, I think so.
unless Harubi doesn't want us to. In that case,
Yeah.
we'll take work we want.
Okay.
Sounds good.
And we'll see whether or not One Shoe can find you work for next week. Very good, gentle beings. Thank you very much for your assistance in continuing the adventures.
Thank you very much
of
for the
heroes of
adventure.
Nippon.
Oh, still loving
And-
it. Thank you.
You see, you've gone and done it again, haven't you? You've gone and given us a religious experience. I know what you're up
to. Yeah, it's been an emotional one. We almost lost Kosa. He decided to stay. I've become a new leader. I'm very nervous about it. It's...
As a matter of interest, Kosa, when you return to One Shoe's place after your 4 weeks of training the Yokudan, do you still have your white hair? Have you shaven your scalp?
I think it's time to shave. A bit shaved off.
Very good.
Check to
He's
make sure
obviously-
he's got no tattoos under that.
No tattoos under that hair.
You're sure?
Just have to work on getting my head suntanned a bit so it matches the rest.
Well, without that hair, you're probably going to have to be wearing a hat to go out in the
Yes.
sunshine. It's
It's
very,
hot
very
weather,
hot.
certainly.
It's beating without the hair to
Yeah.
protect your scalp.
Watch you don't get that freshly shaved scalp sunburned. Yeah, that would be nasty.
When the sun's a bit less vicious, we'll work on the suntan.
Yeah. You'll get sunburned on a bald head that's never been bald before. That's going to be bad.
Well, thank you very much indeed for all your
Thank you, David.
time at the game.
Thank you, gentlemen.
I shall speak to you in a couple of weeks' time from France.
See you in a
Have
fortnight.
a wonderful fortnight.
Cheers, Dave.
Thanks,
Cheers,
Ryan.
guys. Good night, all.
Cheers.
Bye.
See you guys.